episode 5 for the second playthrough. Let's fucking do this. I'm just gonna say, this game gives you one of those things where it's like, you know, your choices to... Never mind. I'll mention that after. Look where you are, back in the dark room, because that's not Nathan's room, it's Mr. fucking Jefferson's. Gotta say though, it is a damn good twist, at least to me. However, Mr. Jefferson, you fucked up in one major fucking way. Your ignorance of Max's ability to rewind is what will ultimately ass fuck you. And I don't know if you like being sodomized, but the way it's gonna happen to you is gonna feel like a dildo made out of a goddamn cheese grater. Fuck, that'd be painful. So I hope you like getting pegged, Mr. Jefferson, because it's gonna happen. Figuratively speaking, of course. Maybe literally, who knows, at prison. Alright, Mr. Jefferson, you fuck.
Chloe?
Oh shit, so he... Oh yeah, he did still get here, didn't he?
What? Where? It's a dark room.
Yep. Yo, Vicky.
Is anybody out there? Please help!
I wouldn't recommend yelling that, because all he knows now is that you're up, you moron.
Finally, I'm free. Almost. Victoria, wake up. Wake up.
You good there, girl? Shit.
God, I don't remember anything that happened. Oh shit, that's me. He took that shot last night.
Let's see.
God, I don't remember anything that happened.
Yes, I know.
I hate looking at myself like that. You'll pay for this, Jefferson. I promised I would never go back in time like this again. But this is the only way.
I don't know how the fuck it's gonna help, though.
Oh, that's great.
Never mind, I know how. I forgot.
This angle highlights your purity, see? The slightly unconscious model is often the most open and honest. No vanity or posing, just pure expression.
Here's one thing about this part, though, is that, okay, with the photography context of the whole story, I guess you can kind of make sense of it, but I think pretty much anybody can realize that this whole thing is this whole thing with his photography and all that other crazy shit is simply an analogy for some sexually mischievous shit. Although this game won't touch upon that because of the controversial because the controversial shit that would have for a video game. This game would be blown up by critics if they put that kind of shit in here. So they use that as a euphemism, basically. At least that's how I interpret it.
Look at that perfect face. Hold that stare there!
I mean, because most of it, because like it doesn't make any sense. Like the sexual gratification thing makes sense, but they're not gonna touch that. This is an analogy, because it's the kind of thing where where it's like you kidnap a girl, fuck the fuck out of her, and then kill her and bury her somewhere. Only he's taking a picture of it instead. But it's like the reason why I kind of call bullshit to a degree, and more so just the analogy, is because even if you're mental, which he clearly is, how the fuck would taking pictures of somebody like that drive you to do all this shit realistically? Like, I don't see it happening. But like I said, that's how come I believe that this is an analogy for the sexually charged nature of the situation that would be present realistically, but they won't touch upon it.
Stay still!
Okay, Mr. Crazy, all of a sudden.
Oh, Max! You fucked up my shot! But please don't worry. We have all the time in the world. For now, I knew you were special the second I saw your first selfie. Yes, I still hate that word.
Don't worry, I do too. I
But
prefer the
love
term
the
self-portrait
purity
personally.
of your own image. Not like Rachel, who was always looking in the wrong places. Poor Rachel. Wait. Let me try this angle.
Can I do shit here, or is this just showing me how creepy this motherfucker is?
Don't move! Much better. Thanks, Max. If only Nathan could see this setup. He tried so hard. But you can't just throw a few subjects around and expect a cohesive style or theme. But he had an eye for shadows, and an eye for a whole lot more, as his elite family will find out, along with Arcadia Bay. Nice. Oh, good. Oh, those eyes.
If anyone's seen the movie P2, this reminds me of that movie right
You're
now.
so goddamn nosy, Max. But this room is under 24/7 surveillance, so all I had to do was text you from Nathan's phone, and you fell right into my hands. You really should have focused on schoolwork, not private detecting with your little friend.
Chloe.
Chloe, right. Yeah, I'm sorry that that Nathan killed her in self-defense. But she had a troubled history like most Arcadia Bay dropouts. Nobody will be surprised. Or care.
Care?
No,
No,
I
that's not true.
promise. People will care when you die tonight, Max. I wasn't lying when I said you have a gift. Okay. Now this looks good. Maybe a few more close-ups. Max, please do not move so much. I need you posed and framed my way. Maybe a new dose will calm you down.
No.
Now don't move or this will hurt much. Stupid bitch! You just don't listen, do you? In fact, you never did hear much in my class. If you had, you might have seen all this coming.
In other words, that's the developer saying, hey, if you go back to episode 1, we planted shit here, so that way this whole thing makes sense. And he's not wrong, they did. Since I've played this game before, I even noticed them myself. I didn't bring them up because, well, even though I've played this before, and I'm tacitly mentioning some spoiler stuff, I'm trying not to directly mention spoiler stuff, so I didn't bring it up.
God damn.
Or
you
did
are a
I?
fighter.
Maybe I did.
I've had my eye on you, and I've noticed that you've been more fearless this week than maybe your whole life.
Yeah, cocksucker.
No.
Remember my #1 rule.
Always take the picture.
Take the shot.
Oh, the shot works too.
Oh, Jesus. I can't believe that happened. So sick.
I mean, let's just be fair. It wasn't really that bad. All he did was just take pictures of you. Considering what could have happened, it could have been far, far worse. I mean, fuck, you could be tied up in some fucking BDSM shit with one of those, I'm not entirely familiar with BDSM, but I know that gimp suits are for submission, and he's dominant clearly, so you might be in a gimp suit. I don't know if a gimp suit is a male or female only thing or if it's gender neutral. One thing I do know is that BDSM is a far more complicated initialism than it should be. I think like the B and D both stand for like 2 different words or some shit. Oh no, B, D, S. No, the D and the S both stand for like 2 different words. It's all weird. It could be like B, D, D, S, S, M, but that wouldn't sound as cool.
Hey, Victoria. It's Max. Can you hear me?
Max. Oh God.
I'm not into BDSM.
Where are we? Oh, what's happening?
You've been drugged like Kate. And me. Do you remember how you got here?
No, I don't know. Wait, you warned me. You warned me about Nathan. Then I went to Jefferson for help and he was
Oh, I fucked her over.
That's the last thing I remember. And I can't move my hands. Help me, Max.
I want to point out right now, that's meant to guilt trip you, or me, I guess. But here's the thing, though, is that she would have been captured fucking regardless of whether or not I told her shit or not, so...
Please, I'm sorry for everything.
Listen carefully. Mark Jefferson kidnapped us. He's using Nathan as well. Jefferson is very dangerous, so we have to get out of here before he comes back.
Max, I just can't believe this is real. I don't want to die like this. I'm only 18.
So you're an adult who's expected to act like an adult even though you've been taught to be a kid. Gotcha. Let's go Dutch.
Victoria, please listen. I have a plan.
Really? How? Max, I'm so scared.
So am I. But we don't have time to be scared. We have to fight back. Now.
Max, I can't even move my arms. How are we supposed to fight?
I'm not going to let that asshole get away with this. I need you to be strong. I can't do this alone. We need to act while we're clear-headed. If he doses us again, we'll forget everything.
I'm not strong, Max. Look at me. Look what I did to Kate Marsh.
Ah, so you do feel legitimate guilt over her shit.
Now she's in the hospital, and I'm here.
Kate wants us to get the hell out of here. And then we can both go see her again. Okay?
I'd do anything to see Kate once more. Just to tell her I'm sorry.
Victoria, we will find a way to escape. I promise.
Max, I believe you.
Oh, fucking shit and fucking shits. I don't know what to do here.
That picture isn't going to help. And I can't go through all that again. Wait. Jefferson couldn't handle stains on his photos.
Why is Mr. Jefferson doing this?
Good. Now I can
Why?
use them.
Ass wipe.
Whoa. I'm definitely more awake in this photo. I could try this one. This This might work. Please work.
Wise, yet so innocent. I'm getting some spectacular images here, Max.
You're welcome.
Yes, Victoria would kill to be in your place, but she doesn't understand our
Rapport?
connection.
Oh.
You're the winner, Max. I choose you. Your portrait.
She didn't turn one though.
Fuck you. You're trying too hard. I know you're scared. You all have the same doe-eyed look when you wake up here. Replaced by fear as you realize what's about to happen.
What, having photos
Mr.
snapped?
Jefferson, why are you doing this?
I just gotta say, aside from the creepy location and being drugged, this isn't creepy. Well, it is creepy, but like, it's not dangerous at all. Until he actually murders you.
Max, I'm so glad you asked that question. Simply put,
Come on. I'm pretty sure James Bond started this whole thing where the fucking villain explains his whole plan right before when he's sure he's victorious.
obsessed with the idea of capturing that moment. Innocence evolves into corruption. That shift from black to white to gray and beyond. Most models are cynical. They lose that naivete.
So you're like a juvenile version of Stefano Valentini from Evil Within 2. Because he's obsessed with capturing people the moment they die.
However, some Blackwell students carry their hope and optimism with them like an aura. And those lucky few become my models. My subjects.
Yes.
Although, couldn't you? I know. This is the last time I'll pause it. At least for now. I get that you're obsessed with that, but couldn't you just, I don't know, pay them for to model or some shit, or just have them stay after class and be like, "Yo, let's take some pictures." Well, I suppose that would be creepy in and of itself. My point is, there's gotta be a way to do it aside from drugging girls. That's what
You're a psychopath. And this is your last session.
Au contraire, Max. I'm so sane that nobody knows what's happening to you right now. As you can see, Sleeping Beauty here is too harsh for my gentle lens. And don't get me started on your late partner. I had enough of those faux punk sluts in my Seattle days.
Ha!
You killed Chloe. You murdered my best friend.
She had a loaded weapon. This was clearly self-defense, but that's what happens when you play with guns. Or try to fuck with me. It's better when they don't know. Like pure, sweet Kate.
Kate believed, and she survived. You failed to break her. She's stronger than ever, and she'll outlive you.
She'll certainly outlive you. Who knows? Maybe I'll pay Kate a visit soon and test her faith again.
You will
Shit.
not get away with this. I want you to know that.
But would you really risk it again just to spite Max? Honestly, that wouldn't be smart on your move. That wouldn't be smart on your part, Jefferson.
When you told the principal that I made Kate cry, I thought you almost had me. It's good our esteemed Principal Wells is like most administrators. A closet drunk. I do know that the Prescotts are going to have a major scandal when the town finds out what their elite son has been doing for homework.
You used Nathan.
I prefer the term manipulated. Like with an image. Nathan's was easy to twist around. I became a sort of father figure for Nathan. It happens often in teacher-student relationships. It was kind of touching for a while.
Did you tell him everything about your plans at Blackwell?
Don't be stupid, Max. I told him what he needed to hear. In return, I had access to the Prescott fortune. Who do you think paid for this glorious darkroom and equipment? How else could I get all these hip new drugs for my subjects?
Rachel Amber was your victim. not your subject.
Rachel Amber. That's the real tragedy. Nathan thought he could be an artist like me. Instead, the dumbass gave her an overdose.
Why, Rachel?
I don't have time to tell you everything. But she was special. A human chameleon, so many visual possibilities. We had a real connection.
Did you know she also had a connection with Frank?
Let's be honest. She was doing the classic bad boy thing. She was over Frank before it began. He just didn't know. Anyway, Rachel is dead. But no tears. Los Angeles would have killed her anyway, so look at this as a favor.
You're evil.
Oh, I see. You and your friends almost beat Nathan to death. See, we're not so different.
Yes, we are. I cared more about Nathan than you did.
Almost beat him to death? You fucking kidding me? He pulverized his face, but that's not almost killing somebody. I mean, if you go too far with it, it is, but he didn't go too far with it.
No, you didn't. It's just too bad that he fell in lust with Rachel. He actually thought he could mimic what I do with the camera and subject, like father, but not like son.
Where is Nathan now?
Dead and buried. After what he did to Rachel, I knew I couldn't keep him as a protege for much longer. Now the police will never find his body. Do you finally get it now, Max? I can't compromise my vision with amateurs.
You are an amateur. Look at the trail of death you left behind. You can't blame all this on Nathan. I don't care what you do to me. You're gonna die, motherfucker. For Chloe and Rachel and everybody else.
I do love your spirit, Max, but you brought yourself here. By your own choice.
Incorrect, you drugged her.
I like my models to be seen and not heard. So I have to make sure there's nothing left behind of you. Okay. Now, let's see how these shots came out. I can see why your instant camera is so appealing. You don't need a computer to print your work out.
Alone with a heart,
Can I look at anything?
battered old heart, a heart that needs
I have all those photos in my diary. This could be a way out.
Is purity personified.
Alright, Jefferson, you motherfucker. As she put it.
Max, I wish you could see yourself now.
Oh, I see.
Now,
Wait! Please, Mr. Jefferson.
Max, I would love to talk shop, but I really need to go over these pictures, especially while they're fresh in my mind. I think our session was a career high for me.
You still have my diary.
Don't worry. Nobody's going to read it. Thanks for reminding me. There's nothing more innocent than a teenager's diary. Oh, look at your selfies. What a waste of talent. Look at that shot, Max. You can do so much better.
Thanks for undoing your own fate, asshole. Get ready for that cheese grater dildo to go up your ass.
with a heart, a battered old heart.
Hopeless faces. You feel like totally haunted by the eyes of those sad mothers and children.
I could frame any one of you in a dark corner and capture you in a moment of desperation. Shh. I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb
I'm
word
back.
for a wonderful photographic
Right
tradition.
back where I started this insane week. And
Of
nobody
course,
is going to
as
hurt
you all
Chloe
know,
ever
the photo
again.
portrait has been popular since the early 1800s. Your generation was not the first to use images for selfie expression. Sorry, I couldn't resist. The point remains that the portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art and photography.
Oh, yeah, I can't leave this area,
as long as
though,
it's
can
been
I?
around. Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
Gregorian or some bullshit? I'm gonna be a smartass.
Who cares? This class is hella bullshit.
I'll pretend you didn't say that and let you try to answer one more.
Sorry, there's no time left. I mean, your class is almost over.
Oh,
Bullshit.
well. Thanks for the warning, Max. So, the Daguerrean process made portraiture quite popular, mainly because it gave the subjects clear defined features. You can learn more when you finish reading the assigned chapters. Clearly, Max doesn't have the time. And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes
Time to change time.
The winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the
First,
art world.
let's make it real easy to capture Mark Jefferson.
And Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
Bastard.
I figure he'd want to have a talk with Max.
I have to warn David about Jefferson and the dark room.
Victoria, you still have to do your homework. Even if you're submitting your photo for the competition, everybody in class.
All I need is David's number, and Jefferson is one text closer to life without parole.
How the fuck do I find David's goddamn number? I don't remember
I
all this
should
shit.
be able to track down David's number from the school pamphlet. Found you.
David, huh? 555. Okay, so 630-8243. 630-8243. 630-8243.
For once, David, I'm praying you'll overreact to this as much as everything else. And take Jefferson down fast.
I don't want anybody to feel excluded from this process, but I also want everybody to know that this photographic world is not for everybody. I had my moment in the camera. Everybody should have
You wanted me to enter the contest, asshole. So maybe I'll be going to San Francisco. And Jefferson, you'll be going to prison.
Well, for now at least.
The past within the past. Am I pushing myself too hard? It doesn't matter what happens to me. Mr. Jefferson, we need to talk.
Can you see I'm talking to Mr. Jefferson now?
Yes, I see. But maybe you shouldn't.
And why not?
Hold on, Victoria. Are you okay, Max?
I will be when Victoria understands that hiding behind a screen, posting videos of people is incredibly cruel and unfair. You're smart enough to know how easy it is to hurt somebody, to destroy their life. I just want you to think about how much it would hurt if somebody did that to you. You can always make the right choice, Victoria. I know you've got a good heart. I've seen it.
Listen, I didn't...
You don't have to explain. There's no reason for you to be so insecure that you can't be happy with your own talent. Wouldn't it be better to lift people up than to bring them down? You could inspire people.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about now. Do I, Mr. Jefferson?
I think I should stay out of this one, Victoria.
Then I guess I'm done talking.
And that's okay too.
That was kind of random, Max. What did you mean?
Here's my photograph for the Everyday Heroes contest.
Oh, that was easy.
No. It wasn't easy at all.
Well,
Fuck you.
I can't prejudge yet, but I'm very happy you decided to enter. That means a lot to me. And Blackwell. The first step for any artist is to put themselves out there in the world without fear. To be innocent.
Or guilty.
Well, thanks for the photo, and maybe both of us will be jet-setting to San Francisco this Friday.
Or maybe only one of us will be going.
Don't be so modest, Max. Anything can happen in a week.
as you're going to find out, Mr. Jefferson. Okay, Jefferson, here's my fucking photo for the contest. Whoa!
Pac
Okay.
West? Pac West
You're
Airlines.
okay, Max. You're safe. On a plane. I hope I did everything right this time. Good work, David. Chloe. Oh, you're alive. Oh, you're alive. I did it. I fixed everything. Wowzer.
Fun short story. I've been on a plane, I don't know how many
careful.
times.
I'm still between realities, and I can't focus on this one for too long.
Really? Interesting. Yeah, I've been on a plane in real life many times. Many times. And I'll tell you what, it sucks. It's better than driving across the country or wherever the hell you're going to if you're going somewhere long distance, but ultimately, that shit kinda blows. Just gotta be honest. First, you gotta go into the airport, check in your shit if you have any shit to check in, which I usually don't, because, not gonna lie, I'm one of those people who has a fear of losing my shit, or, you know, it not appearing on the side. You go through the security theater that is the TSA, and then you wait to get on your fucking plane. Once you're on the plane, it's a boring ass few hours sitting in those fucking seats, and I know there are like TV screens like right there. I've never been on a plane before where they have screens like that on the back of the seats. I've never been on one like that before. Maybe it's just a certain airline that does that, I don't know. But if you're gonna be on an airplane, you gotta bring your own movies and TV shows or 3DS or some bullshit, PSP, I don't know. You gotta bring something to keep your mind occupied, because otherwise you're gonna be bored out of your fucking mind. Trust me. It's cool as fuck to look out the window, especially when it's taking off and getting put back down, and every once in a while when you're in flight, but honestly it gets boring after like 2 minutes. You're just like, okay, so there's some patches of land. Fucking great whoop-de-doo. I mean, all it is just colorful patches of land, maybe some mountains that look like molehills because you're so high up. Or maybe not, maybe you just see white or gray from clouds below you. Maybe you just see white or gray. Other than that, I mean, the only thing you really see is just the curvature of the earth. As long as there's no clouds, that is. And you're pretty much good to go.
The beginning of the end for Jefferson and the Prescotts.
Oh. Two Moon Diner. Amid all the environmental chaos in Arcadia Bay, such as the unseasonal snowfall and beached whales, Some residents reported seeing 2 full moons last night around 2000. Witnesses claimed the double moons were clear in the night sky until clouds covered them up shortly after they appeared. No cell phone or video footage has surfaced yet. Bullshit! Oh wait, then, well, this is 2013. I don't know. In the game. I don't know. I still wouldn't buy it. Which has led to local meteorologists to believe that imaginations are in overdrive to the recent equal havoc. Blackwell Security uncovers bunker and scandal. Acting on a series of tips from David Madsen, head of security at Blackwell Academy, police officers descended Tuesday on a bizarre underground chamber, allegedly used by teacher Mark Jefferson and student Nathan Prescott to drug, kidnap, and photograph young women. Okay, I just gotta say, notice how it goes from high to low. Drug, kidnap, and photograph. Like, okay. Like, no rape, no murder, no cannibalism. I'm just saying, like, I mean, you never know, but I don't know. Just seems like there's the joke, 0 to 100 real quick. Well, this just went from 50 to 0. Although there were no other signs of physical or sexual assault on the victims, the disturbing revelations have... Honestly, I kind of feel like there should have been, at least on Nathan Prescott's end, as far as physical and or sexual assault. The disturbing revelations have sent shockwaves to the tranquil city of Arcadia Bay. Even Sean Prescott, the most powerful businessman in the area, is under investigation for his role as owner of the fart house. Not gonna lie, I don't really know what to do here. I've forgotten. Can I talk to him? You surreptitiously drunken bastard.
RFCC rules, sir. Please shut off your phone.
I have to admit, I love being called an artist.
Except you're a photographer, so why does it matter? Ooh.
It's so weird to be in between realities.
Bro, if you're gonna look out a
Everything
plane
is
window...
out of focus and in the distance.
If you're gonna look out a plane window, at least look at the goddamn ground. Like, the ground is what's actually interesting to a degree.
How the hell am I supposed to figure that out?
Even though it loses interest after like 2 minutes.
We're almost in San Francisco. I'm so stressed, but I'm so excited too.
Yo, you guys gonna scream with the exact position of your plane? Damn.
Nobody calls it Frisco.
Fuck.
So please don't.
All that's ever happened from me was you'll get the
Please fasten your seat.
that shit, yeah.
Electronic gear until the plane is on the ground and at the gate. Thank you. We're starting our descent in a few minutes. It's
Yeah,
a beautiful day
that
in
shit.
San Francisco with clear skies and cool 60 degrees. We hope you enjoyed your trip, and we thank you very much for choosing Pacific West Air. Come fly with us anytime.
I don't think so. I'm hoping these airline seats get smaller so I won't have to fly at all anymore.
Yeah, well, they've made some accommodations, like the fact that you can lift up chair arms in order to fit one person or 2 seats. Yeah, they actually do that. Well, they've done it.
How did you sleep?
Like
Hope I
shit.
wasn't snoring out loud, Max.
Not quite.
Just a bit.
It's been a tough week at Blackwell. So I hope you'll forgive me. Between Mr. Jefferson and Prescott's, things have been hectic, to say the least.
I totally get it, Principal Wells.
That's a smart way of telling me to stop whining. We are proud of you for representing Blackwell at the Everyday Heroes contest. I know I'm not exactly the guide you wanted in San Francisco, but we all want you to have a great experience here.
I already am, and we're not even there.
Tell you what, man, one thing about San Francisco is that city has a damn good skyline. Like, second pretty much only to Los Angeles is as far as the West Coast goes. I suppose Seattle is a third.
Oh, Christ. Another nosebleed?
Yeah.
Max, you're not just screwing around with time.